It's Pie Day.
The word is out, this town can hardly breathe.
Now, it's just a Monday like every other Monday, but it's March 14th, 314, because pi is approximately equivalent to 3.14. I wish it were the year 1592, because pi actually goes 3.14159.265, not 3.142011. But I will take my geeky dates anyway. I actually don't like pie that much, like pie the food, but I do really like pie the number, partially because I'm a loser. I'm not going to talk about how I've been failing, because it makes me sad, but I have been. I'm going to try to stop that. Speaking of fails, yesterday there was a pretty big fail when big ol' white rental truck totaled our car. We were okay. Now this shoulder is kind of sore, and this is the side that we got hit the worst on. So I'm guessing that's what it's from, but it's not bad enough for me to go see a doctor. I'm just taking meds and I'm fine. Miraculously, nothing actually got broken. My camera was actually in the corner of the trunk that was the most destroyed. And everything's fine. One lens cap broke. My grandmother sent me with a ton of groceries. One pack of ramen was destroyed. My Cheez-Its were kind of squished. But, like, basically everything else was fine. My guitar's fine. My computer's fine. My suitcase is shaped differently now, but everything in it was fine. We were fine. The guy in the other car got hurt. He went to the hospital. So we just have to hope for the best for him. But yesterday I read a book. But it was called I Can't Tell You. And it's about a boy who tells his best friend some things, he confesses some things, and their friendship ends. And as a result, he decides not to speak anymore because speaking messes things up. And he becomes an elective mute for about a month. And the book made me consider elective mutism. But if I was an elective mute, I really couldn't do this project. And I talk too much to be an elective mute. But it made me think about it. As I'm sure you know, an earthquake and a tsunami has hit Japan. They've had problems with a nuclear power plant that can't cool itself down and is a risk. I just want to ask you and everybody else who watches this video to keep them in your thoughts, along with all of the other tragedies that are happening now. Libya, all of the cleanup relief efforts. The earthquakes in New Zealand were a little while ago, but I'm sure there are still people recovering from that. The floods in Australia were a couple months ago. But we need to keep those people who were affected in our minds. The whole world is going to hell. And all we can do is be aware and keep them in our thoughts, because I'm not particularly religious. But if there's something out there, I really hope it's with them. On a lighter note, you may have noticed that my arm is covered in Sharpie. I can't make this be in focus. This is an anatomically correct heart. Travis drew all of this that says T and K with the arrow through it. I actually plan on getting a heart tattoo there. I'm sure I've told you about it, with a Shakespeare quote in it. That's a dinosaur with spots. His name is George. This is an octopus. Oh, I ran into Brian today. That was fun. I mean, I guess it's not really a big deal, but I was leaving the coffee shop and going to the tech center, and there was Brian, and I haven't seen him in more than a month, so that made me real happy. Hope you still love me. Don't forget to be awesome. I always end like this. I can't think of anything better to do. I mean, there's like this. I don't know. It's like I'm in a freaking gang. Ah.